You know what I'm saying? In front of everybody. Oh. Game starts at 20, bet slip is empty. I gotta call KG.
KG, what up?
I got nothing for you, Fox.
Come on. What you got, huh?
It is spa day, Jamie. You don't interrupt spa day.
Okay. Gracie, what's up?
I need some tips.
Jamie, you want a tip?
Yeah.
No.
Come on, somebody. Jalen, what's up, man?
You want a tip?
Yeah.
You really want a tip?
I really need some tips.
Don't call somebody on live TV, Jamie Foxx.
Well, you answered. Have other friends anyway. Marshawn, Barry, holla.
Jamie Foxx. Hey, what's up with it, Fox?
Listen, I need some tips.
I'm like LA.
LA?
No, Dallas.
Dallas?
Dallas not the
Dallas?
We gotta get to Miami. How about Detroit? Nah, Barry over there.
You know what? I'm gonna call y'all right back. Vanessa, I need your help.
I got a tip for you. Always go with your gut.
I like that. Going with my gut. Let's go with our gut.
Welcome to Turnpike Sports. I'm Dave Weischadle, and as always, I'm joined by my producer and co-host, Doug Weischadle. Doug, I've come to the conclusion that I like the 2 weeks before March Madness better than the 2 weeks before the Super Bowl.
There's a lot more happening in those 2 weeks than
happening.
there is.
It's a lot more fun, a lot more games. The Super Bowl, man, the storylines are out, and this one was kind of a stale storyline, kind of a Super Bowl, but I love this March Madness coming up.
The only time storylines change for the Super Bowl is someone does something dumb in those 2 weeks. But other than that, it's a static news story. All the same stories come out of the Super Bowl each year.
So,
nothing really changes.
March Madness.
Let me tell you something.
This is great.
It's the one sporting event, the Super Bowl I'm talking about. It's the one sporting event I've noticed that the lines don't move for 2 weeks, just about. Maybe there's a point here and there.
Well,
but
this one
really,
didn't. This one
yeah.
didn't. Maybe,
I haven't seen them move too much in the 2 weeks, once the teams are set.
Yeah.
But again, you have baseball, spring training, you have NHL.
By the way,
NBA.
Can I say something about the Red Sox and the shift rule? Obviously, they adhered to the shift rule, but they didn't adhere to the spirit of the shift rule because they're shifting their outfielders now. They're keeping where their infielders should be, and the outfielders are now moving around. And again, if batters learn to hit to left field, they have an infield to park home run. Well, but I wonder if MLB is going to take a look at that, or it's a little too late in spring training, or what's going on.
I have to admit, that's a creative way to get around the shift rule.
Like I said,
the shift rule only references
adhering to the rules.
Yeah, but the
spirit of the rules.
The shift rule only applies to the infielders.
Yeah.
So let them do whatever they need. I said before, once I saw that banishment of the shift, I knew somebody was going to get creative and figure out a way to continue doing the shift in some way, shape, or form.
But let me tell you something. The games seem to be shorter, too.
They're quicker.
The pitch
much
clock
quicker.
And things like that.
I am actually back to enjoying baseball a little bit more. I'm one of those guys that 3.5 hours, while I do like listening to baseball on the radio more than watching it on TV, watching it on TV for 3.5 hours is something I can't do.
I wonder how the announcers like it. There's between pitches and when the batter gets out of the batter's box, you have this banter between the color analysis guy and the announcer, or whatever you call it, the play-by-play
guy,
color commentator,
play-by-play.
play-by-play. They have these interactions,
Yeah.
and I guess that's got to cut down a little bit.
Well, remember for a while there, they were doing the in-between inning interviews and all.
So.
That's going to probably be a thing of the past at some point, too. There's probably going to be a time limit imposed on the change of fielding.
I've talked to a couple of announcers, and they said, baseball is the most difficult sport to be a play-by-play or a color analyst because there's a lot of downtime, and I got to fill in that with a lot of stories. The easiest one, a lot of people have told me, is hockey. It's nonstop action. It's the puck's here, puck's there. It's so it's an interesting thing. I guess it's adjustment for everyone.
Well, you got to remember,
new baseball season.
Hockey and soccer may be the same way in terms of play-by-play, because that's always constant motion.
I don't know.
Too.
Soccer's a little
again, it's
a little
the same
less
speed.
exciting than hockey
But
for me.
It's
me.
Still the same speed, so it's always constant motion. But I think MLB announcers are going to have to adjust the way they do the games as well.
Sure,
not just the players, which is maybe an unintended benefit for the broadcast. I don't know.
An adjustment for everyone.
Yep.
Well, we got a great show coming up for you. Beatin the House segment coming up, where we look at all the big jackpots that happened around the country this week. Got a lot of them too.
Yeah.
Well, I took a look at the production notes. Oh my God! And then my least favorite segment, the by the numbers, which you throw out a number, I have to figure out what you're talking about. It shouldn't be my least favorite because I've been getting them this year.
I try and make them relatively easy, not just for you, but also for the audience too. I don't want to stump the audience too bad.
I'm 2 for 2, so I guess I'm getting a little better at it, but I don't know. Usually, last year when we did it, I was just terrible at that segment.
Okay, now I got to screw with you on this one. So.
There you go. So today's trip down the Turnpike is brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store. Available in over 95 cities across North America, Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today. And now get $5 off your first order of $20 or more when using promo code DRINK19 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with drizzly.com.
Exit 1.
Now, the last couple of weeks, we've been looking at all the different states reporting their sports betting numbers, and a lot of emphasis was placed on Ohio's first numbers, the inaugural sports betting numbers from Ohio.
They were very good.
But there's a lot to digest in some of these numbers here, and what I've been looking at and seeing not only the market share for handle and gross gaming revenue, Ohio is becoming, or jumped out of the gate, very similar to the way the New York market is.
Look, the numbers are huge. I mean, look, I thought Ohio was going to be great. I thought they were going to be a top 5. I never expected numbers like this, especially the handle number.
Well, if you look
and that's kind of deceiving. It's great that you see that handle number, but you also have to figure in the bonuses and the promos and what the sportsbook have to spend and have to outlay in order to get customers to come on.
Well, the numbers that really jumped out to me from the inaugural numbers from Ohio were FanDuel's numbers. Mm-hmm. FanDuel grabbed 50% of the handle, of the gross gaming revenue market share, and then 45% of the handle. And that goes along with what FanDuel just said in their financial report that just came out for 2022.
Yeah.
They claimed 50% of the market across the U.S.
Okay.
And Ohio is reflecting some of that. The 50% gross gaming revenue and the 45% handle.
Well, you mentioned New York. FanDuel's number 1 in New York as well.
So. But not this much.
Yeah. Okay.
Not this much. Very close.
Actually, I think FanDuel is number 1 in New Jersey, too. I remember when sports betting started, DraftKings was the first to go live online or whatever, and they were number 1 for a couple of months, and then FanDuel just overtook them in New Jersey, and I guess FanDuel's number 1 in New York as well.
Well, if you look at FanDuel's combined market share, and I'm talking about online casino and online sports betting, they are the leader by far. They're 50% all the way across with combined as well, not just online sports betting. But if you look at where New York is, FanDuel, DraftKings, and then it's everybody else, really.
Yeah.
And Ohio is becoming the same way. If you look at the gross gaming revenue market share, you have FanDuel at 50%, DraftKings at 27%. That's 77% of the market right off the bat in terms of the revenue. And regardless of the net gaming revenue, which turned out to be negative because everybody threw in like $320 million worth of promos.
Yeah, the promos, the bonuses, the Well, they can't call it risk-free bets anymore.
No.
What do they call those things?
Just
now?
say promotional
The
offers.
promotional offers.
Yes.
I know we got emails from
Everybody.
affiliates.
Everybody.
Well, if you're an affiliate, you take your marching cue from who you're representing as an affiliate, and they all said let's all stop with the risk-free bet language, which I guess is smart. And appropriate.
Well, if you look at the reason why I saw a comparison between Ohio and New York, if you look at the way the top 3 of the operators took the market share in terms of revenue, you have, like I said, 50% to FanDuel, 27% DraftKings. That's 77%. You add in BetMGM, which was number 3 in the market.
Okay.
BetMGM is 4th in New York,
Okay.
but BetMGM is 3 in Ohio. BetMGM, FanDuel, and DraftKings add up to 85.5% of the market share.
Okay.
You're looking at 13 operators trying to split 14.5% of the remaining gross gaming revenue.
It's a challenge. I mean, those are questions I always raise in New York. In New York, the online market there are 9 online operators, and 4 of them, but FanDuel, DraftKings, BetMGM, and Caesars, they make up 93 to 95% of that market share, and the other 5 have to split up about 5%.
That's where I think you're going to see a lot of difference when Ohio gets up and running. Get away from this promo stuff.
Yeah.
Because you're going to see maybe a little bit more of a spread out.
Well, right now, I guess they're the acquiring customer phase of their operations.
Customer acquisition.
Yeah, customer acquisition.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
I mean,
marketers love that customer acquisition phase.
If you think about it, even like some of the other smaller operators are having the same issues you see in New York. You have BetJack didn't even crack 1% of market share for either handle or gross gaming revenue.
So that's Ohio, right?
That's Ohio.
Is BetJack anywhere on the East Coast? Or?
BetJack is not, but I'm saying in terms of Ohio, we're staying in Ohio here.
Okay.
BetJack didn't crack 1%.
Wow.
Tipico didn't crack 1%, and they did a huge spend.
Tipico is big
in Ohio. And Hard Rock, which actually surprised a lot of people, they almost had 2% of the market share in gross gaming revenue.
Yeah.
So we're not seeing anyone in New York do that outside of the Big Four.
Yeah.
We may see a little bit more shifting in Ohio than we do in New York. So again, more and more numbers are coming out every month, even sometimes every week. If you dig through these numbers, you start to see comparisons that allow you to maybe predict where Ohio is going to be. And I think Ohio, once we get out the customer acquisition stage, maybe in that New Jersey, Illinois range, not New York.
So. I think
not
so.
New York.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll see.
Exit 2.
After 4 years, we're going to get a new Pokemon game.
I'm shocked that's still a thing. I mean, how
is
long
still
ago?
a thing.
I mean, I remember. I was never into Pokemon, so I really don't understand the ins and outs of these games or whatever. But
never
were people
played it.
in the streets looking for Pokemon or something like that?
That was Pokemon Go.
And I remember the cards.
Yep.
Does that have anything to do with the games, or were they like trading cards, or what? Didn't someone just find a pack of Pokemon trading cards worth a fortune?
Well, Pokemon started out like Magic, which was a trading card game only.
Which, by the way, I was never into.
But it's all based upon trading cards.
Okay.
You collect cards and you gather points and all that. Same kind of situation here. They slowly expanded online. Pokemon Go was where you actually had an app that sent you everywhere looking for a Pokemon guy.
Yeah, I know. People were playing this
character,
outdoors on the streets and
running
finding,
into traffic.
Yeah, well, I don't know what the hell they were doing.
There were a lot of instances of people being pulled off corners because they're looking at their phone, trying to track the Pokemon characters. Okay. But anyway, here we have, and this was actually announced 4 years ago as well. Pokemon Sleep.
All right.
Yeah.
Sleep.
It's a video game.
SLEEP. Sleep.
It's a part video game, part sleep tracker.
All right, that's weird.
It's very weird.
It's a game that tracks your sleep.
You actually keep it, since everyone keeps their phones next to themselves when they're sleeping.
Yeah.
Most people anyway.
Yeah.
There's the app itself keeps track of your sleep patterns and then matches you up to characters in the game.
Okay.
And the characters you play with and against are all based upon sleep track. Actually, it's a constantly running app that they want to do, and this is the phrasing from the press releases. They created a game that makes you look forward to waking up in the morning. Because at the end of your sleep period, you're going to have all new recommendations, all new points to go after, all new game strategies, all based upon your sleep.
I mean, is it just the length that you sleep? Do you tell the app I'm going to sleep now and I'm waking up now? Or, I mean, does it monitor you in some kind of way?
Yes, it does, because it categorizes you.
Weird.
It categorizes you into 3 types of sleep.
Okay.
Dozing,
All right.
snoozing, or slumbering.
All right.
Yep. And then Pokemon characters that share the same type of sleep that you do, you're paired with.
It's a little weird.
It's very I don't want to say invasive. It's very innovative.
I mean,
it's
okay,
very innovative.
Yeah. I'm going to sleep now. The end of my day. Stop bothering me. Don't monitor me. Don't do anything to me. That's just the way I feel.
And
Not that I'm going to play Pokemon at all, but this is a little
and the goal
bizarre.
of the game, in the actual goal of the game of Pokemon Sleep, not just to creepily watch you while you're sleeping. I don't know how else to phrase this. You're supposed to be able to get those readings to your character and help Professor Neroli. That's the name of the character, Neroli.
All right.
A Pokemon sleep researcher in the game.
All right.
To help look at the different sleep styles of the Pokemon monsters, the pocket monsters.
Okay.
That's what they're called, pocket monsters. They're the ones in the little Pokemon ball.
Okay.
You take it out of your pocket, unscrew it,
All
and
right.
a monster pops up.
Well, new stuff from Pokemon then.
Yes, very, very different stuff
Interesting.
from Pokemon.
Drizzly makes it easy to shop a huge selection of beer, wine, and liquor from wherever I am. I just open the app, find what I want, and it's at my door in under 60 minutes.
Drizzly. Ding dong, Drizzly.
Exit 3.
You know, just about each week we talk about NFTs on this show. And we talk about the evolution, whether it's a collectible, whether it's a game, whether it's some sort of memorabilia unlocking device now.
Okay.
Coming out of New York, there's a court ruling that may cause NFTs to evolve in a much different way that hurts the NFT makers.
Really? Okay.
There's a suit going on between a customer of Dapper Labs and Dapper Labs.
Okay.
According to the suit, and the federal judge that just heard the suit gave his ruling recently, which says that the NBA top shot moments that Dapper Labs creates are technically securities and have to be registered with the SEC.
Well, you know, I've heard a lot of people when they refer to NFTs, you know, I'm investing in NFTs, and people are minting NFTs, and they're starting to use financial terms when it comes to NFTs. I guess, you know, this is the logical progression of, you know, what we need to classify NFTs as. So it'll be an interesting thing that I wonder, did the Securities and Exchange Commission file a brief or anything?
They have not weighed in on this ruling whatsoever.
Okay.
And again, according to the court, this is a ruling just specifically for the top shot moments.
Okay.
It's not for all NFTs.
Well, certainly the ruling that this judge would have would really ripple through the NFT industry, certainly. So.
Well, the analogy that the judge used is very alarming if you look at, if you're an NFT fan, and an NFT production company, basically. This is an alarming comparison because the judge based most of his ruling on the fact that most people compare NFTs to trading cards.
Okay.
Now, when the NFT company shuts down, the NFTs themselves are worthless.
Okay.
If a baseball card company shuts down, like Topps, if they ever shut down,
that actually would increase the value.
And
of
also,
the cards.
there would be even more value to these things. Totally different situations, which makes an NFT more like a business stock. If the business goes under, the stock is worthless.
That's interesting. So, I don't know where this is going to go. I don't, you know, I mean, certainly they're going to, if this comes, there's certainly be tax implications coming down the road too.
There are tax implications. Every state taxes NFTs.
Okay.
And not a lot of people who buy NFTs know that.
Yeah.
I know one state, I believe it's on the East Coast here, I can't remember which state it was, there's a more than 20% tax rate
Interesting.
on
So,
NFTs.
I don't. It's with any new thing, NFTs. I mean, we've been talking about it for a year or 2 years now, but it's still a relatively new thing in the marketplace. So certain rules will have to be figured out because, hey, these rules protect the consumers and also protect the makers as well. So I'd be very interested to see what the Securities and Exchange Commission says about this, or what they're
If they even
feel if they're even going to file a brief or anything like that. So
well, the case right now, this was the ruling was for a motion to dismiss by Dapper Labs, which they failed. So now it's going to the interrogatory stage.
Okay, now it's going to
it's proceeding. We'll see what happens. But again, the judge stressed this is only for the Top Shot Moments NFTs, case by case basis.
I'm sure this is he's going to say that, or he or she, or I don't know who the judge is on this one, but certainly this case is going to be looked at.
Yeah,
and there's certain thing called precedent that
Exactly.
lawyers use. So whatever the ruling in this case will be, I'm sure will be used in other cases across the NFT landscape.
I'm just wondering if we're going to see Dapper offer a settlement with this, because I don't think they want to disclose a lot of trade secret documents in the court case. So I don't know.
We'll see what
happens.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead. But again, we're seeing NFTs evolve in good ways and in certain areas, unexpected ways.
Yeah.
Exit 4.
Last exit of the day, we're going to talk a little golf.
All right.
Live golf, to be exact. The
Okay.
Saudi League. Saudi League.
I have not yet seen a tournament for the Live Golf.
Well, Live Golf has a distribution deal for linear TV with the CW network.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll see it soon, or
It depends on where you're at, because some cable companies do not carry the CW network.
I don't even. Do we even have the CW? I don't even know.
Yes, we do.
New
As a
Jersey.
matter of fact,
I don't
we
even
do.
know. I don't even know what the CW network.
It depends on
what number the CW on my dial.
Again, it depends upon what your cable company is. Time Warner does not carry CW.
All right. CW. That's like Buffy the Vampire Slayer
that's
kind of.
That's exactly
kind of
what.
things,
That's
right?
that network. Yeah.
All right.
The Flash, all those guys. Like
Okay.
that, yeah. So, but the.
But how long ago has Buffy been on? Was that 20 years? Was that a 20-year-old reference?
Well, if you ask a Buffy fan, it's never left.
Well,
TV
I'm not a
'cause of
Buffy fan. All I
syndication.
remember is the CW and Buffy the Vampire.
That was one of their landmark shows. Yeah.
Okay,
Way
well.
back in the. I want to say late 80s, early 90s.
It must be 90s.
Yeah.
So.
But according to all the statistic measurements for watching the CW network broadcast of Live Golf, they had more than 3.2 million viewers.
Wow,
for the
pretty
first weekend. The inaugural weekend on CW garnered 3.2 million.
Okay.
1.6 million on Saturday, the linear TV side, not the streaming. 1.6 million total viewers on Saturday, 1.3 million total linear viewers. Have to make that differentiation on Sunday. So they actually had some very good numbers, which demonstrate that as much as people are saying PGA Tour is much better, there's a lot of interest in the Live Golf side of everything.
You know what both these the Live Golf is doing to the PGA Tour is they're really pushing them to. Yeah, I mean the PGA Tour, they put out a fantastic product, whether it's linear as you say or online, or they have the golf bet thing. Or it's just great. I mean, I just talked to the vice president of digital operations for the PGA Tour, and it's just absolutely amazing what they're doing. And plus,
golfbet.com.
Plus, they have the Netflix show.
Yep.
They're I love what the PGA Tour is doing. I wonder how much Live Golf is pushing the PGA Tour to making all these great things.
Probably both ways. So, but according to the numbers, the inaugural weekend of the Saudi League generated an average linear viewership of 537,000 people. That beat the NHL on ESPN and TNT, which was surprising to me, because it's on CW. More so than what the product is.
Like I said, I have to go find the CW.
NHL and ESPN and TNT only had averaged 373,000 viewers.
Okay.
You have the Australian Open on. The average viewership on ESPN was 439,000.
Okay.
And then you had the 2022 Major League soccer season. They averaged only 343,000 viewers, and that was on a combination of ABC and ESPN. These are only linear numbers. Streaming is a hell of a lot more.
Okay, yeah.
And so I'm actually seeing that maybe this deal they did with the CW, because everyone questioned it, may be working out to their advantage.
I have to see a couple weeks of it. We can look at these numbers for a couple of weeks, because this could be, a curiosity thing, where a lot of people are saying, hey, this new golf tournament's there, the CW is carrying it, maybe let me take a look at it. Which is good for the Live Golf tournament, because you'll capture more viewers there and maybe create more fans. But no, I'm just curious to see how these numbers, which direction these numbers go in the next couple of weeks.
Well, you brought the digital side of the PGA into this. Live Golf unveiled Live Golf Plus.
Okay.
Right before the
everyone has a plus
inaugural weekend. It's
every station, everything has a plus. MLB plus, NHL
it's
plus.
A free app. Which
it's free, huh?
It's a free app with partial subscription parts to it, like everybody else does.
Okay.
Now, according to
certain parts are free.
Exactly.
Okay.
There's subscription stuff that you can get.
All right.
To increase your tier, I guess is language for that stuff. But according to Live Golf, they had 350,000 views of the inaugural tournament just through the app alone.
Wow, good.
They had, according to their social media accounts, 34 million video views of the inaugural weekend's tournament.
Wow.
That is something the PGA Tour needs to take a look at and take that one seriously. More so than anything
Like
else.
I said, I'm curious to see if that's a curiosity factor or something like that. So yeah. And today's trip down the Turnpike was brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store. Available in over 95 cities across North America, Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today. And now get $5 off your first order of $20 or more when using our promo code DRINK19 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with drizzly.com.
And as always, you can get in touch with Turnpike Sports by calling or texting us at 609-512-5910. That's 609-512-5910. At Turnpike Sports is the show's handle on Facebook and Twitter. At Turnpike Sports Radio is our handle on Instagram. And as always, our email address is info@turnpikesportsradio.com. And don't forget, you can listen to the show via Spotify, Amazon Music, iTunes, radio.com mobile app, as well as Stitcher and YouTube. You can also watch us on your smart TV, Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV. Head on over to turnpikesports.net. You'll be able to watch our video channel there.
Well, we got a great show coming up. We got a Beatin The House segment where we look at all the jackpots happening this week. And we also have a By the Numbers where hopefully I will realize what number Doug is talking about and guess what the number refers to. But I'm not very good at it, but I've been pretty good lately. So we'll see how I do coming up. Stick around. We'll be right back with more Turnpike Sports.
Attention. If you owe back taxes to the IRS, watch this urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by hiring 87,000 new agents to garnish your paycheck and put liens on homes and businesses. They can even seize your bank account. The IRS calls it enforced compliance, and now they have the manpower to get you. Penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily. So call One Stop Tax Relief Shop and get the IRS off your back. They're experts in the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks the IRS has ever offered. And no other tax shop gets you more or faster approvals. One Stop Tax Relief has resolved thousands of cases since 2014 and saved clients millions of dollars. Call now for a free consultation. Connect with tax professionals who get the IRS off your back.
Call 800-605-0688. 800-605-0688.
One Stop Tax Relief Shop.
With costs going up, Adam and Eve is the best deal around. With 50% off a sexy adult product at adamandeve.com. That's 50% off right now when you point the camera on your smartphone at the code on the screen. Don't get up. Just open your camera and point it at the screen. Hurry! You'll also get 10 free gifts, including free discreet shipping at checkout. This is your chance to get more for less. So scan now for 50% off plus 10 free gifts from adamandeve.com.
And welcome back to Turnpike Sports. We're here for another edition of By the Numbers, where I throw a number out to Dave, and he tries to figure out what the hell I'm talking about.
I usually get these things wrong, but the last 2 weeks I've been pretty good. So I think you've been telegraphing them pretty good coming out of commercial, but I don't know. Let's try it. One of these weeks I'm going to stumble.
Well, I try and make it as simple as possible, so the audience can enjoy the segment as well. I don't really want to stump the audience, but anyway,
inside baseball here. Okay,
we are going to use one number again today, and it's going to be 1.4 million. And now, before you even take a guess at it, it is NFL related.
1.4 million.
Yep.
It can't be viewership because they're in the billions of viewerships.
Yes.
It can't be money because 1.4 for the NFL is a very low number.
Pocket change.
Yeah.
Pizza money.
Does it have to do with betting or?
Yes.
I have no idea. I hate to drag this out, but I absolutely have no idea. I was trying to work it out, but I just realized I can't work it out. There's no way I'm going to work it out.
These are Georgia-related geolocation transaction numbers released by GeoComply regarding the NFL the entire NFL season, including playoffs and Super Bowl this past season.
Georgia. Why did you pick Georgia? Was there some significance that GeoComply saw with Georgia? What's going on with Georgia?
Georgia just rejected 2 sports betting bills.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So but the numbers show that GeoComply put out. The numbers show that GeoComply has.
These are failed attempts.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe that's why I didn't get it.
There you go.
I wasn't even thinking Georgia. When it comes when it comes to betting, you never think of Georgia because they don't have betting. But there were 1.4
million attempts
by
from
Georgia
by Georgians.
Within the confines of the state of Georgia.
Yep.
And I'm assuming these were rejected since
they were blocked because they were trying to access legal sports books in neighboring states.
Oh, and I was going to say, what states were they trying to go for?
Yep.
Boy, if that's any indication of what the voters want in Georgia, that should be,
Well, given what Georgia just did, they just
and let's be honest, people in Georgia who live along the borders of sports betting states usually cross the border and do place bets there.
Well, Georgia's House just rejected one bill, didn't discuss another one, so they can't discuss it for the rest of the year. So they got to go back to the drawing board all over again in that state. But GeoComply, from September 8th, 2022, that was the opening day of the NFL season, through the end of the day, February 12th, 2023, which was Super Bowl Sunday, 1.4 million attempts by Georgians to access legal sports books in other states.
Yeah.
43% of those attempts were to online betting sites in Tennessee.
Okay.
So Tennessee
was getting the bulk of it. Tennessee is one of those states that have online only. So
when it comes to Georgia, Tennessee has legal sports betting.
Yeah,
Georgia does not. That's the first.
The one thing I'm curious to see how many. I don't think we'll ever figure that number out, but how many people who attempted to bet in Tennessee from Georgia actually, when they realized they can't do it, they made that trip across the border and bet in Tennessee.
Well, considering there are 128,000 unique accounts involved in all this blocking, you probably could trace that number because Tennessee's books probably had an increase of 128,000 unique sportsbook accounts activated.
Well, let me tell you something. If people want to bet on something, they're going to bet on something. And look, I'm sitting here in New Jersey, and we're a sports betting state. You can bet on everything, except one thing: colleges and universities that reside in the state of New Jersey. So if Rutgers or Seton Hall, I don't think Seton Hall is going to make the tournament, but if Rutgers or Seton Hall, Rutgers might. I don't know about Seton Hall. Last year, St. Peter's.
Yeah,
it was a great story in New Jersey, but you know what? No one in New Jersey could bet on it because it was a college in New Jersey. But look, if I want to place a bet on Rutgers and they're in the tournament, guess what? I'm going to drive right across the Delaware River. I'm either going to go to one of the sports books in Pennsylvania, or I'll load up a sports betting app in Pennsylvania and do it there. But you know what? If you want to bet, you can bet. I mean, it's just a little extra effort.
Well, the one thing to keep in mind also with New Jersey, because this happened also previously, you can't bet on a college tournament series being held in the state.
Yeah, well, I think it was
the MAC or something.
Yeah, it was either last year or the year before. The MAC was being held at Convention Hall in Atlantic City.
Yep.
And there were about 8 or 9 sports books around that tournament, and you couldn't place a bet on it because it was a college tournament being held in New Jersey. So
and Jersey has not. I haven't heard one word about whether or not Jersey is going to alter that.
See, you look, if you want to do something like that, I like what Massachusetts is doing. You can't bet on a college or university in the state, but they have an exemption if that college or university is engaged in a tournament. There's an exception, then you can bet on that college or university. I kind of like that,
I like it too, but I wonder, I got to look at the regulation a little closer in Massachusetts, because what if the tournament's being held in Massachusetts?
Well, see, that's another...
Someone's got to look at that.
I got to look at that closely, but the general idea of it, I like for Massachusetts. I like that exception. You can carve out exceptions all the time in the law.
And one last portion of this information on Super Bowl Sunday specifically. GeoComply identified 28,000 attempts from Georgia to access legal sports books. Again, 37% of that number was targeted to Tennessee.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, I'm sure it was Super Bowl, and you're getting into the spirit. If you're in Georgia, I'm sure someone took a shot at it. Hey, why not? Let's see if I can actually place a bet.
I'm sure Tennessee's sitting there going...
I'm not sure what would have happened if you actually got through, which I don't think you'll ever do.
We could set up the account, probably.
but I'm wondering if it would pay out.
Well, first of all, I think you can set up the accounts from Georgia.
Yeah.
I don't think you can place the bet regardless, but I think Tennessee's very happy that Georgia screwed up again and didn't pay a sports betting.
Yeah.
So Tennessee's the unintended beneficiary of Georgia sports betting. And that's the way it is until Georgia realizes they need to pass a sports betting law in their state. That's it for this week's By the Numbers. Stick around for more Turnpike Sports. We've got our Beatin the House segment where we're going to crisscross the country talking about jackpots all around.
Lots of jackpots.
Lots
this
of jackpots.
Week. Wow.
Of $100,000 or more. So stick around for more Turnpike Sports.
%80 of falls in the home occur in the bathroom. Don't put yourself or a loved one at risk. There's a safe bathing system for everyone's budget.
Enjoy a bathing experience that combines safety, comfort, and excellence. If assisted living is not for you, a BCI walk-in tub may well be the answer, giving you the safety and freedom to live independently. A BCI walk-in tub is the most affordable and comfortable walk-in tub in the market today. With our dual drain technology, your tub will drain quickly, and for those that still like the feature of a shower, our two-way bliss gives you both a handheld and overhead shower head. We offer the best financing in the industry with payments as low as $99 per month or no interest, no payments for 18 months with approved credit. For comfort, safety, price, and selection, it's got to be BCI Walk-In Tub. Be one of the first 50 callers and save $1,500.
Call 800-354-4377, 800-354-4377 for a free no obligation in-home consultation.
With Drizzly, I can shop a huge selection of beer, wine, and liquor. I just open the app, find what I want, and it's at my door in under 60 minutes. Drizzly also lets me shop from multiple stores in my area and compare prices on thousands of products.
Ding dong, Drizzly.
It's a casino.
casino. People gotta win sometime.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a giant, colorful check to deposit.
Beatin The House is brought to you by BetMGM Casino. Play your favorite casino games at BetMGM Online Casino. Slots, table games, live dealer games, everything you love about Atlantic City and Vegas, all online at BetMGM. Don't wait. Join in the fun now. Go to BetMGM Casino, create an account using our promo code Turnpike, and become a verified player. New players get $25 free when signing up, plus a first deposit bonus up to $1,000. That's promo code Turnpike at BetMGM.com for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus $25 free. Grab a lion's share of the fun at BetMGM.com. Must be 21 years or older to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
And welcome to another edition of Beatin The House. I'm Doug Weischadle here with Dave Weischadle. We're here to give you a crisscrossing of the country, going through the different slot jackpots, table games, casinos, lottery, basically anything that has a jackpot worth of $100,000 or more. We're going to be talking about it.
Yeah, a lot of jackpots.
A lot of jackpots this week. As a matter of fact, we've got at least a dozen jackpots to possibly hit in the time allotted.
Really?
Here. Yeah, I'm going to try and hit them all.
We're going to run out of time.
Yeah, we're going to run out of time.
We're going to run out of time.
Press releases, communications people, PR people, info at Turnpike Sports Radio is the email address to send the press releases to. And we're going to start off right off the bat. We're going to a casino located 17 miles east of a town called State Line, Nevada.
Okay.
It's actually in the town of Minden, Nevada. And those familiar with the area...
So there's a town called State Line. I'm assuming it's right on the state line.
Yes, exactly.
So
yes.
Did they just figure, you know what, we're not going to figure out a creative name for this. We're just going to take the road sign. It says State Line. We'll just call ourselves State Line.
Hey, they're lucky they didn't name it Welcome to Nevada.
Yeah, right.
Because it's right there. But we're going to Minden, Nevada, which is right next to it.
A town named Resumed Speed.
Exactly. We're going to the Carson Valley Inn Casino, where a visitor won $3.2 million.
Wow.
$3,274,537 playing, yes, Wheel of Fortune slot machine.
Man, that's a money machine.
Yes. She was staying there at the casino, decided to play a couple of spins while waiting for people and waiting for her family members. They were there for a birthday party.
Okay.
So she put in her money and $3,274,537. Congratulations on that one.
You have any stories you've done, people waiting for other people to get ready?
Well, that's usually when it happens.
Oh, boy. What a great story. Yeah, we should collate all those stories.
We're staying in Nevada for the next one. We've got the Wynn Las Vegas. We have a Vegas local playing the Dragon Link slots at the Wynn.
Okay.
According to the press release, the player has accidentally put the maximum bet on the machine for this.
Ooh, it was an accident, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, claims to have. They don't know. That could make just a story. But I'm
makes
just
it a
saying,
good story.
I'm just saying. It said the report said claims to have.
Okay. Well, I'm here for the good stories. So.
Okay. I just never would bet $2,500 on
Wow.
a slot machine.
Oh boy.
So
Okay.
maybe it was accidental. I don't know. But lucky for her, the Dragon Link slot payout of $1,112,695 was hers.
Wow.
Yep.
Good for her.
Well,
what a lucky mistake if that was a mistake.
What a great accident.
Yeah.
Happy accidents.
Yep.
Leaving Nevada, we're going to Mississippi now, Natchez, Mississippi.
All right.
We've got the Magnolia Bluffs Casino. By the way, very beautiful casino. It's very nice setup, everything else down there. We have a local person becoming a millionaire over the weekend.
Great.
We have our $3 million jackpot. How about that?
Wow.
And we're not done. We have a jackpot from the Magnolia Bluffs Casino. Mm-hmm. She was playing the Buffalo Grand. That's the other one that pays out all the time. A $3.75 bet to win $1,111,759.20.
That's the slot machine I usually see first when I walk onto a gaming floor. They usually have the big cabinets. It's the big Buffalo. I know it makes a lot of noise and a lot of great sound effects. So.
Well, we have IGT with Wheel of Fortune. Now we have Aristocrat with the Buffalo Grand.
Okay.
Going to Kansas now. Mayetta, Kansas. The Prairie Band Casino and Resort.
Okay.
Stephen L. won $1 million Royal Flush jackpot at the Prairie Band. He was playing the Ultimate Texas Hold'em table game.
Okay.
He put a $5 progressive side bet on it, and he hit the Royal Flush. He was dealt 4 of a kind earlier in the day, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
And while he was playing Texas Hold'em, he won the minor progressive earlier in the day.
Okay.
Less than 4 hours later, he's playing again, and he was dealt the King and Jack of Hearts. The flop came to the Ace of Hearts, Queen of Hearts, and the 10 of Hearts, giving him the Royal Flush.
Wow.
So
good for him.
He won 2 jackpots in the same day, 4 hours apart, and he won, and let me get the number correct here, we have $3.9 million.
Okay.
Yes.
Boy, these seem high this week.
Well, I'm collating good ones here.
Wow. What is everyone heading for the casinos last week? What was going on?
We have our
There
first,
was a holiday last week,
yes,
right?
yes.
Okay.
We have our first $9 million winner here. This next one.
$9
million.
Okay.
We going to the Hard Rock in Atlantic City.
Okay.
Tony L. of Jersey City.
All
Boy,
right.
that's a Jersey name for you
I
right
like
there.
Tony L.
Won $766,499.85 on a $1 wide area progressive Wheel of Fortune.
Wow, another Wheel of Fortune, huh?
Yep. So congratulations to Tony there. That is a great jackpot to have in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
Going back across the country now, we're going to Nevada again. We've got Caesar's Palace. We've got a guest hitting $401,000 playing video poker.
Okay.
This was early Saturday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
$401,000. Look, a lot of people
Yep.
win on video poker. I'm just not a video poker guy. I do video poker when, sit at the bar and you want a beer and stuff like that, and you're playing video poker because it's like right in front of you.
Yeah.
So, but that's when I play video poker. But there are people winning lots of money in video poker.
Well, we're going now up to Reno Sparks.
Okay.
I'm blowing right through these because we got so much to get to today.
Go.
Reno Sparks region, we have the Legends Bay Casino. We have, by the way, this guy's name is the perfect name for a gambler.
All right.
Gene Profit.
Nice.
Yeah.
It should be the
Exactly. That's what I
character
was
of a
thinking,
novel or something like that.
It's not spelled the same way as when you win money.
Well, see,
but it's close enough.
That's what makes it cool.
Yes.
So
he became the first $250,000 winner of Legend Bay Casino's Mega Wheel promotion, which
Great.
is that one where you spin the wheel and it comes up on a number. The carnival game, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
Really no skill. You just
Hey,
sit back
you know
and let
what?
them spin it.
Hey.
Yep.
What you were smart enough to play the game.
Yes.
How's that for skill?
And we're going back a little ways here because I didn't get to this last time. A $225,091 jackpot at Chumash Casino Resort on Valentine's Day, playing blackjack.
Okay.
So he hit the $225,000. They say it was a progressive. They didn't say whether or not he actually did do the side bet in the press release, but so far, Now we have the Suncoast Hotel and Casino in Nevada. We have a Pai Gow poker jackpot.
Pai Gow poker.
First one of the day.
I haven't played that in a while.
Yeah.
I was getting into it. I was trying to learn it, but I kind of, got distracted and things like that. So, I got to get back into it.
We've got a Queen High 7-card straight flush in Pai Gow poker. $147,035.78 jackpot, and it was actually a progressive that takes into account all the other Boyd properties too.
Oh, okay.
And there's at least 5 in Nevada right now.
Everyone's getting very creative with their
Yes.
progressives. Everyone's tying everything in. The companies are tying everything in, and now with cashless gaming too, and that kind of it's all one thing. Now online you can there's multi-platform things now. It's pretty exciting time, man.
Staying in Nevada, we're going to Harrah's, Las Vegas.
All right.
We've got Joel S. winning $143,042 playing the Ultimate Texas Hold'em table game. Another Ultimate Texas Hold'em winner. It was a Royal Flush progressive, so he did the side bet as well.
Okay, good.
Going over to Paris, Las Vegas, we now have Daniel P. winning $131,800 after playing Locket Link slots. And he was playing only for a little while, they said.
I've seen Locket Link slots
Yes.
over in Bally's in Atlantic City. They have like a Locket
They have
lounge.
so many different things.
They call it a lounge
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So it's a quarter of the gaming floor.
This was, I said just after a little while, I was going to get to this, 30-minute long playing time. He sat there for 30 minutes waiting for his son to go to a bachelor
waiting
party.
waiting for another person
to go to his bachelor party.
How many jackpots have been won for people waiting for other people to show up?
Exactly.
So, So if you're waiting for someone else, sit down, you'll probably win.
We're going to stay in Vegas, Flamingo.
Okay.
We have a Caesars Rewards member hitting $117,492 major progressive jackpot on I Love Suits.
Okay. I've heard that one before.
Yes. And we're going to finish up in California. We don't normally finish up in California, but I figured this time we can.
Yeah, sure.
Temecula, California, we're going to Pachanga.
I've heard of that.
Yep.
I've never played there, but
we have a mother of 6 children.
Okay,
winning
good.
$112,000.
Great.
Playing the Happy Lantern Lightning slot machine. That's a very interesting one. It's it's an Asian theme with those lanterns.
Oh, I know what you're talking
the
about
Asian
now.
lanterns.
All right. Okay.
Really cool game. It was actually $112,101.73.
Well, good for her. With 6 kids, certainly that money will come in handy.
And last but not least, we have one lottery story to hit. Virginia Lottery.
Okay.
We have Gerard of Richmond. Gerard H. of Richmond is, I don't want to say his last name without permission from the lottery, but Gerard H. of Richmond. $785,414 playing Lucky Golden Multiplier. He won the championship jackpot of that game. There's different levels to the Lucky Golden Multiplier that was just recently introduced by the Virginia Lottery, not too long ago, a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
So we actually have a winner of the Lucky Golden Multiplier, the largest one they've handed out under that game.
Do you know how many lotteries and table games and slot machines, especially online, are now called Lucky and Shamrock, and because St. Patrick's Day is coming up?
Yes.
The great thing about it for people who haven't played online casinos is that every holiday they have these themed slot machines or themed games you can play, and it's a lot of fun. Right now we're in March, so we're coming up to St. Patrick's Day. Everything's Lucky, everything's Shamrock.
There's also Irish Eyes.
Book of Irish. If I see one more leprechaun on my computer screen, I'll throw up. But it's all Lucky this and it's all green.
Well,
and
don't forget, there's also there's a whole line of games. Finn, Lucky Finn, or whatever the guy's name is.
Yeah.
We got time for one more, and it's a lottery jackpot that includes a casino. So it's a combo.
Did someone buy a lottery ticket at a gift shop?
No.
No? Okay.
Nope.
All right.
31-year-old resident of Princess Anne County in Maryland.
All right.
Was at the Ocean Downs Casino and left around 1 a.m.
All right.
She had just won $11,000 at the casino.
Good for her.
On her way home,
okay,
she stopped in one of the convenience stores, and she bought a lottery ticket.
When your luck's going that good, you want to keep it up.
Yep, and it wasn't a draw ticket; it was a scratcher.
Okay.
So she did a scratcher at the convenience store, wearing the same clothes. She put that in the press release. She was wearing the same clothes. Never went home to get changed. Did anything else?
You got the luck on you. You got the luck on you. What'd she do?
$100,000.
Wow, good for her.
So her luck was there all night.
What a great night.
Yeah. So congratulations to all our winners this week. Especially the last one we just talked about, winning at the casino, then winning at the lottery. That doesn't happen too often.
Yeah, good for her.
Press releases, info at turnpikesportsradio.com. Keep them coming in. We're getting tons of them every week. Just by looking at what I just went through today, we had a ton come in. So keep them coming in, and we'll keep doing the segment.
And that'll do it for us this week. We'll see you next time on the Turnpike.